Getting close, but it's always something with this car that I always have to do extra and extra and extra. So it's like a very, very, very shitty ass fucking some dumbass egger running around the damn block. Walk. Go tell the IRS to suck my fucking dick. I sent that payment out. Welcome back to another episode of the automatic to manual swap build series. This one I'm gonna make it pretty quick. I'm getting so close to the point I'm gonna turn the key, but I gotta wait for the Pt.5 to come in the mail. I did get the drive shaft back. That was a little expensive. I'm gonna give you all little details on that for sure. Entails, I'm gonna get the exhaust done, the O2's bolting up from the bottom, as well as get the transmission filled up. I did put some towels there because it did kind of rain a little bit, so it's been sitting for about a day and some change. I just needed for parts to come through. But with that said, I'm gonna fill it up with about 3.5 quarts. Get the center console, the bolting up in there too as well. The way it kind of looks like a full car. Get my tools out of there. Get that get that piece, put it on. I think it's the last piece I actually need to put on from the swap. And yeah, and then give it a wash. Put the dry shaft on, and tighten up everything I need to tighten up with, and then that's it. You know, it's getting very near complete. So enough of me talking. Let's just get to it. All right, guys, so I tried going to the store. Went to like a couple of part stores around my area. Went to Harbor Freight. They don't have it. They gave me some other shit, and I was like, I don't need that. So I have a theory. If you're doing the swap and everything, there's a fill plug on the side of the transmission around this area, right? And if you have the center console removed, you can run a 3/8 hose all the way down to the fill plug and manually let the fluid in the bottle gravity feed into the transmission without using a little pump or the refiller that requires shop air. I use my Redneck Engineering 3/8 hose, adapt it, and honestly it works perfectly fine. So I got one down, I got about 3.5 to go, and then I'm gonna change the oil and then the filter too as well, and then prime the valve train with oil. Getting this car to start for the first time in a while. So enough of me yapping, let's get to it. shit, doesn't want to come out. Come on, bitch. There we go. Haha. Alright, now let me just spin you around. Figure out where the fuck was that mark at. Shit. I just had to clean it too. You really focus. Well, it's completely balanced, so. Yeah, come on. Come on, there we go. God damn. I think it's fucking cold. Alright, draft shaft is on. Do ensure that you put some Loctite on these motherfuckers, because you don't want these motherfuckers to back the fuck off, especially when you're driving. Oh, there's one, there's two. Just a little bit. Don't drench it like fucking dressing for your salad. Definitely just a little dab on it. A couple dabs. It'll get you through. So while bolting this on, the draft shaft was shortened by 1 inch, like I said before in the other video. And with that 1 inch, it definitely fits and bolts. So if you do have a 1-piece drive shaft from the automatic to manual, golly, that shit's fucking stiff. Oh, you can hear that shit. It is the same drive shaft. You get the 1-piece, it'll definitely bolt up to it. You're just gonna have to take the difference in the yoke size, which is 1 inch and I think 1 1/4 or 1 1/8. I forgot what the dimensions are, but around that area, shorten it and you can just reuse it. Saves you, it saves you a lot in the long run, because I didn't really want to buy another drive shaft. I already had one already good for it. So that said, I can bolt this up real quick, and then I can lower the vehicle for the center console. As well, this is torqued to 90 foot-pounds. You can do it in sequence. I plan to do it in sequence. I'm gonna do 45, 75, and 90. The way I can work up to it. That's just me. You can do the whole 90 foot-pounds if you want. I'm just a little bit different. Alright. That's one. The only problem is you gotta put it in first, rotate it, put it in first, and rotate it. That is the only fucking problem that I hate sometimes. But you might be lucky to get 1 or 2 before you gotta rotate them. There we go. I might be able to get that one. Might. I said might like I had a chance. Nope, I gotta rotate it. But okay, I'll be back. That's a pain in the ass. Alright, which one was it again? Fuck. Well, hello to you too. Fucking minivan. It's the 5th time you passed by. Okay. Alright. That one's up there. So, now we'll crank it up. I'll say 7. 17 would be good. There we go. Fuck. Well, hold on to you, Volvo. Shit. You ain't goddamn nosy. Come help. Yeah. I gotta rotate. Yeah, go down this way. Rotate that one. This is a very time-consuming shit. There we go. Okay. Now we got 90 foot pins to go now. 90 naughty one. Alright. But use leverage. It's possible. Alright, have enough space to get this motherfucker? No, I don't have enough space. Shit. Back in drive shaft. Gotta rip that tires again. There you go. Oh, Lord. Fucking shit. Alright. Don't be so mean to me, please. Okay. Golly. It's kind of awkward. There we go. Alright, let's go. Okay. Oh. 90 foot-pounds has been torqued to the car. Remember, fellas, always set the torque to the lowest setting. Some of y'all motherfuckers just leave it like that, and I can't stand that shit. Alright, I'm with my marker. So in case they do come out, I know which one did. We're gonna save that. Alright, y'all, this is an additional step if you want to, but I always mark it to see where it came off of. That way it goes back on. So we'll mark the damn bolt to the flange. That way I know if it does come loose, which one to tighten up. So definitely has some slip in it. Before it had nothing. Like this was fully seated behind the tail shaft. And it was no movement, so you do want some movement between the drive line because the rear end's going to poke a little bit up forward. It's going to bounce back and forth, you know, because you don't want the yoke to stab the transmission and like fucking try to impale it from the rear while you're driving, and that just wears out a lot of bearings, a lot of seals, and bad no with that stuff. So definitely about the same amount of slip I had in the factory size yoke. With the yoke from Hawks Motorsport, it is 1.25 inches longer than the one came off the car. So with that being said, drive shaft's in, as well as it did get rebalanced as well. These are aluminum, not steel, so they look like they're giant little weights, but they really weigh like an ounce or two. The guy definitely said it needed some balance due to the fact it's been ninked and kinked and maybe dropped a little bit, maybe somewhere there, but it wasn't really out of much. It just needed some love to rebalance it. And maybe down the future I might get a carbon fiber one, but in the meantime I'm just going to rock the aluminum one as well. So let me hook up the lift and then drop this car so I can do the center console. Ooh. Damn, endorsing, goddamn. All right, y'all. So drive shaft's back in, center console. There's a few things we gotta address real quick, which are we have to unplug all the connectors that I had in previously, and then the traction control. And I think in part 2, I believe, I was trying to use the harness for the automatic. You don't have to use it because the connector to it goes to the switch itself. So all you gotta do is plug it in and it works. And no need to use that harness from that episode. So that did some digging, figure it out. But you need to cut the blue wire right here. That way you can take the key out of the ignition when trying to start the car. Fail to do so, you have to disconnect the battery every time, which is very inconvenient every time. So definitely cut the baby blue wire. Easy and accessible. I don't want to cut it too short, too long. I want to have, make sure I have some wiggle room. And this tape doesn't fucking cooperate, because I gotta tape the both ends in. So I want to just give a little bit extra, so I can cut it, electro tape both ends, and then be done. Yeah, they definitely wrapped the fuck out of this fucking thing. Cut the blue wire. And you're gonna electric tape both ends, which I don't know where the fuck I put my tape at. Somewhere in the car. So got some electro tape, taped to both ends of the wire so they don't start touching anything and, you know, start getting happy at each other. So a little electro tape will definitely go far away if it's tight. Minivan, watch my goddamn car. What's wrong with y'all? Motherfuckers can't drive my goddamn road. So you have it like that, like so. Pretty simple and easy. Now comes the easier part. I'm gonna leave this in here because I don't have the isolator just yet. But with this being installed and everything, it should have enough space to click in where it needs to be at. If not, I have to find some wiggle room to extend it. Do be careful with the yellow connectors, you know, they are airbag stuff, so be very, very careful with that stuff. So let me grab the center console and start sticking these damn connectors in real quick. Okay. Alright guys, so I got the center console in. She's all buttoned up, as well as we have power to turn the key. Where's the key at? There we go. As well as the annoying airbag light of death. Yeah, I hear you. Yep. Yeah. So windows work like a dream. They go down, they go back up like usual. The only thing I need to do is the traction off and on. I gotta reprogram that or see if that does work again. If not, then track car doesn't have any traction control anymore. It just has off and off completely. So kind of a good thing, bad thing at the same time. So with that being said, all the gears, this is real. All the gears, they work. Golly, that's gonna be a pain in the ass to fucking figure that out. But it is the best shifter. This is the shifter I wanted, and I'm about to deal with it. So I still need to get the Pt.5, but you order off. Don't mind the water, all right? Still gotta wait for the Pt.5 from GTO to come in the mail. Definitely will be here within a week or two, maybe 3. It's ground shipping, so it'll be here when it gets here. Still need to talk to Matt at Kaiser Motorsports. I gotta talk to Matt, make sure he's available to do the remote tuning from Washington. The way I can get all the automatic stuff off of it, put the manual stuff back into it on the computer wise, so it can turn the key and start and turn on and move out the way and get out of the street, because I hate the fucking street. It's always busy. Hello, public safety. You ain't doing shit but driving around my goddamn neighborhood. With that being said, you know, the auto to manual swap series is nearly complete. You know, like I just gotta wait for the HP tuner thing to come in the mail, and she's complete. She'll move, she'll drive, I'll break the clutch in, and then park her for the winter. That's what I hate about this car here, because idiots are over here can't fucking drive. So should we park? I'll be rocking the second spare car I have out here. I have a lot of spares, but I'll be rocking the spare car. She'll be sitting down for the winter this year. I do want to drive her, but you know, I'll figure it out. And phase 3 will start very soon too. So if you followed me from the beginning, phase 1 was suspension, front and rear, the coilover conversion kit all around the car, the bushings, the suspension modifications all around through the car. If you followed that one, that was phase 1. Phase 2 was the transmission build, transmission swap series. That's phase 2. Phase 3, now that's gonna be fun. Y'all gonna like that one. But stay tuned for phase 3. Phase 3 will start, you know, when it starts, and that will be definitely worth the series for sure. I can't wait to dive into that stuff. So with that being said, you know, I'm gonna grab the water hose this hole down, and then vacuum the inside, do the leather interior, which I really hate. I gotta clean it and then condition it, and that takes about an hour to do. So I'm gonna get started before the sun goes down. Other than that, y'all, she's done. So I'll catch y'all on the next one.